Welcome back to 1984 as we continue our look at the Masters of the Universe toy line by Mattel. Last time we checked out Series 3, it was the warrior with the grip of evil, Clawful. This time we're taking a look at his master, only now enhanced with magic armor. Battle Armor Skeletor, here on Creed's Collection. Welcome back, foolish mortals, to another episode of Creed's Collection and the 5 weeks of Halloween. I am your host, Creed, and today we are looking at Battle Armor Skeletor from the 1984 Masters of the Universe toy line by Mattel. This evil Lord of Destruction will stop at nothing to learn the secrets of Castle Grayskull, and now he has donned magical armor that can mend itself to take on He-Man and his companions. I know many of you may not consider Skeletor a scary Halloween toy, but with his skull face and bat armor, I figured he fit the theme. This figure does share a few parts with the original Skeletor, namely the head sculpt, which I'm pretty sure is identical outside of maybe some different paint apps. And like the original Skeletor, it is a soft head, as you can see. Most of the early figures had squishy heads like this. The huge difference, of course, is the battle armor on Skeletor, which is a permanent fixture to the figure. The original Skeletor had removable armor, but the battle action of this version makes that impossible. It also replaces the spring-loaded power punch of the original Skeletor, so this one can actually be posed. You know, while the idea of magical armor sounds nice, I think I'd rather be able to take it off. My magical armor will make it far easier to gain entrance to Grayskull. Haha, call me Battle Armor Skeletor from now on. Battle Armor Skeletor? More like Body Odor Skeletor. Ugh. That armor reeks. When was the last time you had a shower? You should take it off immediately. Disgusting. How am I supposed to know when I stink? I don't even have a nose. Don't feel bad, Skeletor. I have a bad sense of smell too. So Skeletor does share the same arms with the original figure, as you can see, and his lower body is actually identical as well as the feet. One of the main differences, of course, is that he doesn't have the lower loincloth armor like the original, and that they actually fully painted his boots on this version. The original Skeletor had the boots only half painted, as you can see, and that's a thing that they fixed later and definitely fixed here on Battle Armor Skeletor. As we come around to the back side of the figure, you can see some more detailing in the armor, and it kind of reminds me of Fisto's armor, who comes later, but I still think it looks pretty great. And now on to Skeletor's accessories. We'll take a look at his staff. I'm sure you can tell this is the exact same staff included with the original Skeletor. It's got the iconic skull head there. And I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm actually glad he comes with this staff. This is how he casts his magical spells. It's got the ball on the end there, and of course it fits in his hand, no problem, and looks awesome. Next we have Skeletor's iconic sword. It's the half of the power sword. It even has the same slit on the back to hook it into He-Man's sword to open Castle Grayskull. And it also fits in his hand and looks fantastic. And if you had any worries that he couldn't hold both at the same time, he can. However, the staff will fall out of his right hand pretty easily. Now we're going to take a look at the battle armor feature of Battle Armor Skeletor. There's a cylinder here in his chest, and it actually rolls around when it's hit to show damage. Sadly, mine is broken and automatically rolls to the second hit, so I'll go ahead and show you that right now. See, as you can tell, it just jumps to the second hit, but if we roll it back to the first hit, we can show you how it used to work. So now when you hit it, it will add 1 dent of damage. So let's go ahead and try it again. Oh, one more try. There we go. So here's a closer look at it. It basically simulates battle damage by hitting it, and now there's a new dent. This is a really cool illusion that I loved as a kid. It's unfortunate that it now jumps to the second hit automatically, but the magical mending of the armor and the whole idea of it is still really sweet. Alright, now we're going to take a look at Battle Armor Skeletor's articulation, starting with his legs. Here at the hip, he does have the rubber band like the other Masters figures, so they're not very posable. However, he does have the posable waist thanks to the fact that he is not spring-loaded like the others. His arm can go up and around all the way, and it goes full 360 if you want. The head can turn left and right, and that is it. That covers all 6 points of articulation on Battle Armor Skeletor. Battle Armor Skeletor has his copyright information on the lower back of his armor. Mattel Incorporated, Taiwan, 1981-1983. And now for our He-Man size comparison. Of course, He-Man and Skeletor are perfectly sized to each other, but I thought it'd be more interesting to see the original Skeletor next to Battle Armor Skeletor. Both iconic Skeletor looks. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy retrospective for Battle Armor Skeletor from the 1984 Masters of the Universe toy line by Mattel. And with that, the second episode of the 5 weeks of Halloween has ended. There'll be at least 3 more episodes, including one on October 31st, Halloween night. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to them. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would certainly appreciate it. It would help my channel grow. I release my vintage toy retrospectives on Wednesdays, so hope to see you next week and every week after, here on KREED'S Collection.